What's happening, guys? Welcome back to episode 50 of the walkthrough. It's hard to believe we're already on episode 50, but at the same time, 50 episodes in, and there's still so much left to do. I mean, honestly, if you guys were to count the DLC, we're about halfway. There's a lot of shit to cover. So we're going to be picking up this episode from the isolated merchant shack here in Caelid. Now, the only thing left to do in Caelid as a whole is we have one Everjail, which is going to be right here if you guys want to put a marker. So just go on down to the abandoned cave or Celia Crystal Tunnel. It's like right under there. You can't really miss it. And then on the way, we talked about this before. There's actually going to be a statue that you could try to pull a dragon over to break. But I said I wasn't really going to cover it because it's really tedious and he doesn't want to follow you and it's only going to get you a few Smith and Fives. We have plenty. But I will show you guys where this is at. I'm going to show you how to solve it. And this is something you do in your own time. As you know, our time is limited, and we can't spend 15 minutes just trying to do this one thing. You know what I mean? Now, from here, as you can't just go straight down to that Everjail, what you're going to be doing is just trying to stay to the far left side. Actually, act like you're going to the dungeon, the tower for the Great Room. If you act like you're going towards there, then you'll get on the main trail. It's going to take you right down by Dragon Burrow. You should just be able to keep going. I know there's a cliff here. Is it to the left? Yeah, it's to the left a bit. Should be right on top of it. Yep, so we're going to drop on down. Now, as soon as you drop on down here, we will put a marker in your map. This is where your statue is. It's right here. So, like I said, it's literally on the way down. It is almost a straight path, as you see. But you're going to have to swing wide to the left and go this way, then drop down the cliff. As to the right, there's a big hole, and you can't make that drop without getting killed. So that's all we really did. But right here, halfway between Celia Crystal Tunnel and then Deep Soifer Well, will be your statue. So what you got to do is to hope a dragon's close enough, because a lot of the times, it's kind of spaced out. But usually, if you just kind of move forward over here to the left-hand side, you can take one of these guys, or there's typically one like right here. I think he's on the other side of the wall. I don't know where that fucker is. You see what I'm saying? So this is kind of why we're not really worried about it. He's patrolling. But what you would have to do is just go up, smack a dragon, then make them follow you. Thing of it is they'll give up chase every 5 foot, and you gotta really, really do your best to drag him over. Come on, buddy. He'll make a little bit of distance when he does that flying attack. But I mean, look how slow he walks. Like, this is great. Quite tedious. You know? Quite tedious, guys. We get it. And he'll try to march forward like 3 or 4 steps when you get close like that. I guess that's one way. You just keep getting close and back and way the fuck up. But you gotta drag him all the way over here. You see that? And then he gives up chase. He tries to turn around. So that's what you guys gotta do if you want to do it. I was just gonna say fuck it and do it so I could actually cover all the content. Fact of the matter is it just takes too fucking long. We don't have the time. There's the other guy. Here's Lennon. So this one's probably closer. If he actually wants to come for us, you're gonna notice they're not that far away. They don't want to play ball. Giving up. Yeah, so, yeah, have at it. You know what I mean? Have at it. Either way, just going straight ahead, there's a marker. And even though this is Upper Caelid, I almost just think it's on the borderline, and it should go with Lower Caelid because this is so easy. So this is Battle Mage Hughes. You guys have fought this guy a lot. He's just like the Haima Cannon, Haima Gavel. With that being said, he's got like no health. It's pretty much 2 charged heavies, staggered, done. By the time he spawns in, he's already dead. He just doesn't know about it. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's fun. Oh, I couldn't get it off. I mean, his damage is okay. But his health is not impressive. There you go. That'll make sense. And then that gets you him as a summon. So with all that done, guys, we are pretty much fully wrapped up in Caelid, aside for your last dungeon. Now, there is one nighttime boss left, who's going to be the Bellberry Hunter. But since there's so many of those guys to fight, we'll be doing that last. So, Isolated Merchant Shack again. This will be your closest place. Now, I guess wherever I loaded in at, for whatever reason, I already grabbed this level, but it's not there. Alright, so all we're doing, we're just going straight. We're going straight to this dungeon right here. Now, there is a pretty particular way you have to take up here. And that is going to be because of the fact that you have to scale this building, right? So, you can go certain paths, but you might not be able to get all the way through because they dead end. You'll see what I mean. You're pretty much trying to climb this platform. Some paths can dead end, some paths can get you killed, and some paths have ladders. So what I like to do is just go straight, and you can enter from the bottom too. The bottom legs where there's somber 8s and 9s were all around the chairs. But I like to go from here. It looks really shady, but it works just fine. So just jump on down. Get out of my way. Thank you. Take him. We head on up. Now we're going to go to the left, and there are little notches you have to jump over. They're really hard to see, so there's one there. And start going down, then jump, right? You'll hit that. Take him. Do the same thing. Jump, jump, run, jump. Take this. This is a pretty small dungeon, but you get one of the best weapons in the game. I'm like, you get such a good weapon. If we decided, we're like, you know what? Let's go from strength faith to dex faith. We would get a absolutely remarkable weapon. It's a colossal greatsword, but it kind of swings more like a regular one. It does black flames. It does damage over time. It's just really, really good. Now, as soon as you get up here, we can go to the right-hand side and go ahead and activate Radahn's Great Room. So, with that being said, we could have done this earlier, but I figured it just made more sense to do it once we get here, so we do it all together. Plus, you don't really use Great Rooms in the back half of the game. I just don't think there's really a need to, but this is like a really good one here. Memory serves, this is the one that is just a flat-out buff to your base stats, so you get like 10 levels of health, mana, and stamina. Really good for boss fights. But I just don't think there were many bosses up to this point that is going to give me that much of an issue. There was a few. Lich Dragon Fortisax, double gargoyles. Yeah, a couple, but not many, I don't think. I mean, Rykard was a gimmick fight. There's a bunch of mini bosses. But there wasn't even that many main bosses from this point. That's kind of the other thing. Now, as we go on up, this works the same as every other Divine Tower. Since you have already taken out Radahn, you can go here and activate his Great Room. So this will be your third. We have Rykard's activated, we have Radahn's activated, we have Godfrey's activated, and I guess Renala's just works different. So Radahn's Great Room raises health, mana, and stamina, as stated. So now we can jump back to Divine Tower of Caelid's Center and start doing a wicked, wicked dungeon. This is cool. It's like all trick drops and just weird, weird shit. Climbing scaffold. So these guys here, if you wanted to farm early game, I guess you could have came here. This is worth quite a bit. Man, they're tanky for basic dudes. It's going to be 2. 1. A lot of health. They're like 1,200 a pop. That's a shortcut you get here in a bit. So for the time being, we're just gonna go out. We're gonna drop to the right. Follow this around. You're gonna see a platform here. It's gonna break. Typically that fall would kill you. Wait till you see the next one. It's fucking wild. But I guess it's because we're doing controlled gravity magic. I don't know. I don't know the lore, but since it's meant to happen, it lets you. That's the real, explanation of it. So you can either roll and kill yourself, or you can just drop straight off. Usually a roll will put you right on it. Unfortunately, it did not go our way. But usually you just roll right on it. We'll just step. Problem is there is a little bit of a gap, so if you don't step enough, you already know how that's going to play out. But not a big deal. Not a big deal. I'm not dying to you. Fuck, maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. And you can go this way too. Gives you a little bit of a bigger section to land on, I guess. 40,000 souls. Definitely put that back. Roll. And if you die, you notice that this stuff forms back. Usually when you break stuff like that, it doesn't. But here it has to, otherwise you have nowhere to land. God, I hate that. You go over so far. So just walk off. Yeah. Sometimes a roll will perfectly put you where you want to be, like that. Sometimes you gotta just walk off. It's like right here, we could roll right where we want to be. Wait, I got mixed up, didn't I? Yeah. We have to drop it again. Fall around to the left. Take him. There's a little gap here. Be cautious. And this is one of those scenarios where it takes you up to take you down. So the main boss here is all the way down, believe it or not. If you do go up first, this gets you some pretty tough enemies in a shortcut. So these are your Black Flame Monks. These guys are no joke. You have not ran into many. There's one at Volcano Manor. They're all over in game. But look at that damage. Oh, okay, I thought he was going to kill me. So yeah, they're not joke at all. Please drop the sword, please drop the sword. I love their weapon. It doesn't do fire like you would think, but it's super good. It's such a rare drop though, y'all. It's so hard to get. However, now you know where a farm is. So that's your Black Knight Monk sword. But it doesn't do the fire, however, since it's a basic weapon, you can put where the hell you want on it. But it's just super solid. I mean, it's like a ultra great curve sword type deal. It's super cool. So that's your big drop right there. Look at that, like 60 fucking foot. Somehow you're just fine, and then this is gonna take you to the boss. It's that simple, pretty much just in and out. So I did state last episode that we were going to try to fit this and Moonlight Ultra in one episode. We're only 15 minutes in, we might be able to pull it off. I'd hate to start it if I'm not sure. I just know Moonlight Ultra really doesn't take that long. There's only a few ruins, few fights, and that's really it. One puzzle. You should have been staggered, buddy. No. Going into this next fight, this is a fight that I had so much trouble with. This guy was fucking difficult. So this is another Godskin. This is the Godskin Apostle. Oh, stretchy arms, right? Stretchy body. Fantastic Four. Whatever the hell you want to call him. Super fucking beefed up. I would just buff everywhere you know how. go in here with Mimic, get off whatever you can to this guy, and you know, use Mimic as a distraction, try to break his posture. Spike Cracked here is going to help quite a bit. Fire helps out even though he does it. Now, as soon as you summon, you're probably going to get hit at least once, but it's okay. Alright, let's get in there. Phase 2 is the real trouble with this guy. That's when he's going to start getting super well heavy. Dumbass. But he's got a lot of health too. All the buffs we have, plus 10 weapon, all of them. That is not the damage to do with critical attack, you know what I mean? Now the pushover. Yeah, he just will not, and then his damage is really up there. He will not sit still. Dagger. Alright, black wing tornado. Oh, not good. There you go. So we got a first try, but as you see, he's all over the place. He just does so much damage. So with that, that is a guaranteed drop for his armor set. So now you have both of the Godskin armor set. Godskin Noble, Godskin Apostle. Then over here is a absolutely phenomenal weapon that I thought was legendary, but it's not, because you gotta have all legendary armaments, so it's not one of the ones needed. However, it's exceptionally rare. As you notice, it has that gold label. So if you see over here, it has no mention of being legendary. It's just the rarity of it. So with this, you do need 22 dex. Now I can just bring my strength to 22 and take dex all the way up and do more of a kind of like a quality faith build, and then that would give us access to this weapon too. I want to show you why it's so good, because although it's more colossal in size, it's not really, because the moveset comes out fast. It just looks super fucking big, right? But look how quick it is rolls your greatsword. I'm not gonna say it's like a fucking dagger, but in comparison, for one, it's got more of a unique moveset. It's not slow. It's just a really, really nice weapon. You can start getting into all the black flame stuff, and it'd be pretty cool. Oh, because I don't have the dex, it won't show me. But that builds up black flame, so you're getting fire damage, you're getting physical. Still goes with the same type of build we're doing. You just have to level dex instead of, you know, strength. But super good at the end of the day. So with that, that does wrap up Kayla aside for a nighttime boss here at the Isolated Merchant Shack. As I stated before, it's a bell-bearing hunter. Now, we still have a few bell-bearing hunters to knock out. We did knock out the one in the capital, but they're kind of assorted all over the land. So we're going to go ahead on a bell-bearing hunter chase. So now that we're here, let's go ahead and change it to nighttime. He's the worst one. This guy's super fucking strong. So let you guys know right now, he's super fucking strong, super fucking powerful. Before you're going to get him to load in, you need to leave the area enough for the location to pop up on the screen. For whatever reason, I forget how far away you have to go, but you need to ride up to where it says Isolated Merchant Shack. I hope that's enough to do it. I don't know. I don't know, we might have to just fast travel out and back in. We'll try again. They're so finicky. So finicky. All you have to do is look for your merchant. As soon as you don't see him, you know you're good. And that's why he's not out here no more. Just walk out. Now, same moveset, but his damage is much higher, guys. I'm warning you right now, this guy is not a fucking joke. Stay on him. You know what I mean? Don't fucking let up. Dude's not playing with you. Don't play with him. Wow, he just made it fucking easy and simple for us. I promise, I'm not making this up. Dude, it's very easy. But, I mean, we made it look easy. It's really not. Remember what I said here. It's really not, guys. Look at that. Another fucking 50,000 gravity stone peddlers bell bearing. And now Caled is wrapped up and full. There's nothing left. We may have missed a consumable, right? But aside from that, everything that is worth having is out of here. We went back, we took out our dragon earlier, so we don't have to worry about that. So our next stop is going to be over here at War Master's Shack. Now, I had plans to this earlier. I cannot remember if we ended up going through with it or not. I forgot to write that down in my notes. So let's see if he's here. Yeah, so we had plans to do this, but we did. Now at this point, just run through them, guys. You know? The one in Caled, that was the do. These guys are nothing. We could have done this while we were in Limgrave, but it would have been a different fight. You know what I mean? Way different fucking fight. So your next one's going to be over here in the Church of Vows. Now, sometimes we'll just come here and Turtle Pope is gone. And then this guy will be here. This is overkill. We don't need a buff up, but we could just have fun with it. Why not? It's like Turtle Pope, you better not be here after all that buffing. In, and that wraps us up on all of the bell bearing hunter fights. So you had one there, you had War Master's Shack, the one we're at now, Church of Vows, and then obviously with last episode we've already taken out the one at the Hermit Merchant Shack, and I can't even think of any others. You know, that's awful. So from here we can go ahead and jump on over to the round table hold and turn in your bell bearings. So this is consumables. Nothing too crazy. How far are we from a level? 6,000. That'll do it. Just gonna grab that. 45 payment levels are just fucking coming right now. I love it. I said we're gonna stop at 50, but if they keep coming like this, might as well just take it to 60, be done with it, jump into strength. So Twin Maiden Husk. Oops. So all this gets you is consumables. So if you are trying to go to the DLC, don't just get really prepared. You can come pick up stuff like this. Neutralizing boluses, stanching boluses, Thalfrost boluses, stimulating boluses. So that helps out. You also get explosive stones, glintstone scrap, gravity stone fan, gravity stone chunk, lump of flesh, sliver of meat, turtlenecks, bones for arrows, so you just got a lot of stuff that may be helpful to you. Now that we have that out of the way, we can jump on over to the 4 belfries. So we're here at the 4 belfries. Earlier on we did the Chapel of Anticipation. We only had one imbued stone sword key. Remember, they had to be special stone sword keys imbued with magic. So the 4th belfry, we'll call it the 1st belfry, just gave you a key. There was nowhere to go there. Going on down to the 2nd belfry, that was the Chapel of Anticipation. You'll notice that the transporter is already activated, so we know we're done with that one. Then there's 2 more. One will take you to an underground region, and the other will take you all the way to the end of the game at Fair Missoula. So as always, it takes you to a later portion of the game that you can't access from later on in the game. So this will take us to Fair Missoula, and it's in a location to get a talisman, right? But when we get to Fair Missoula, we will not be able to reach this portion of it. So same thing with the underground. This takes you to where the underground you cannot reach unless you go from the 4 belfries. So this is going to be the 3rd one knocked out. So there's only 2 to do really quick, and it's always a talisman. You know, it's always a talisman. Well, the first one was a weapon and shield and lets you refight a boss, but the other 2 were talismans. So, Crumbling Fair Missoula. Now, how fucking cool is this? This is one of the last legacy dungeons. Look at this. So, it's a crumbling city in the sky with tornadoes and dragons flying all around them. It also has to do with time travel a bit. The main guy here has the ability to rewind time. He controls time. So there's just so much cool stuff going on up here in Missoula. You gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. So what you're doing is you're just slowly working your way down. Oh, there it is. Slowly working your way down these platforms. So even with the damage we have right now, oh shit, why the fuck did I do that? So even with, sorry guys, I didn't realize I'd overshoot, but even with the damage we have now, this is an in-game area, these guys, I would say they're leveled that way. Regardless, they're gonna have decent, decent ass amount of health. Just do it again. Did I pass it? Nope, that was number 1. To activate, yes, that's number 2. Yeah, but you gotta take the, the drops in a very particular manner, as usual. When you do this dungeon, you're kind of doing the same things. There's a lot of drops like this you gotta take. I'm not worried about my souls. Actually, it will drive me crazy seeing out of the map over and over though, so crap. It's only 1,000, but still. The drop. You could try to take these guys down from range. Notice boy's got some help. Yeah, he got some help. It's crazy though, because by the time we get here, we will just be running through them. And we're not, I mean, we are higher level, but we're already like level 120. When we come here, we'll be at level 150, 160, I'd say. And they are much easier. It's like 1 guard counter, critical, done, rinse, repeat. It's really not that bad. Alright guys, so with that, Pearl Drake Talisman, which is going to protect, we already got the +1 variant from it. That's why you're supposed to do it sooner, I guess. But it protects you from non-physical attacks. Then over here will be the modeled necklace. Modeled necklace is another resistance. So very similar to your other ones. Like your, where are they at? These ones right here. In fact, you already got like the +1 to it. Yeah, modeled +1 greatly raises robustness, immunity, and focus. Where this is like immunity, robustness, focus. So it's like a cure-all, which isn't going to work as good as those that are targeted for one thing. While it does cover you everywhere, it's not as good as one that will just target immunity if you're up against rot or poison. You want to try to, remember that kind of stuff. It should be going down for 4th Belfry. Or it's the one I always miss. Yep. No. There's that. 2. Yeah, so we just end up riding past it 4 times. It always happens to me. That's why I said it's the one I always miss, because I do. So this is going to get you to a fight with the Crucible Knight. You could probably just get the item and get out. You don't have to fight him, but we're going to be here, so might as well. You have a bunch of drops here. Brings you back to Nokron, the Eternal City. Feels like forever ago now. Not even that long ago. All we've done since was like Mount Gelmir and Altus, that's it. And now just Caelid, but it does. It feels like such a long time ago at this point. Hell, so does Liarni or Limgrave for that matter. Granted, we are 50 hours in the game. Ghost Glover 2. Yeah, you could tell they wanted you to come here a long time ago. But you didn't have all the keys yet. You found one in Cilia, Town of Sorcery, one in Raya Lucaria, and then one at the Fort Belfries itself. I guess, yeah, we could have done this before we even went to the underground. One of the things that you cannot parry the thrust attack there. It is the hardest one to parry, and usually I cannot hit it. But we were talking about that at the start when we first fought him. I'm not sure if you can parry the thrust, but I'm sure I've done it. So with that, we are fully wrapped up in the four belfries and everything else up to the capital, aside for the moonlight altar. That put us dead at 30 minutes. I think we might be able to do this. It just depends how smoothly things go. So when it comes to the moonlight altar, that's where you initially came out from. You also see the Albinarics, which we don't have to worry about. So first thing we're going to do, if you guys want to put it on your map, you can. There is a big building here. Oh, no, wrong one, sorry. There's a big building right over here, which is Cathedral of Manus. Now, we did this when we first got here as part of Ronnie's quest line. What we did not do is fight the dragon. So we're just going to be running straight on up, fighting a Dula, give you guys one of the best spells in the game. And then from there, if you guys want to put it on your map, that's the ruins we're going to hit. There's really not much there. So you get a lot of your later smithing stones here. You probably get like a plus 22 weapon because you get some of the 8. The Dula is built different than any other dragon you face. She's very deadly. She has frostbite, great swords that she can summon up, and all types of bullshit. But not one to take lightly. Not want to take like, then you're also on a cliff. You might not see it just yet. On a door. Supposed to be staggered by now, I feel like. Backward. Forward. Charge at me, or where you gonna do? Alright, the Moonblade. Blade. Like, God. Yeah, if you're locked onto that, it's really hard to get away. You're running the right way, but I think it kind of shifts you. Alright, she teleported. There's a certain area you can't really surpass, or it's just going to recenter her. Everything's 60% of your health. She even looks at you at 60% of your health. Hey, we definitely dodged that one pretty good, I feel like it. Yeah, we're getting caught again. Do that. As you see, she is quite annoying. Come over this way, please. There you go. You know you're just going to teleport away as soon as I get to you. Aha, we survived one. You're about to teleport a door. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. You see what I'm saying? She's really annoying. She wants to shoot over that other way, but she can't handle it. So with that, you're going to get one of the best spells in the game, which is Abdullah's Moonblade. Same thing she was doing, it'll come out of your staff. Do that really big swipe, like your regular greatsword variant, but now it's going to be doing frostbite. Super cool. If you have not done so yet in this location, you're going to get a bunch of those, what the fuck, I always forget the name of them. We just picked one up in Caelid. Yeah, like right around here. Right after we got that. The shards, the blue shards, guys. These. Starlight shards. I keep wanting to call it like nighttime shards. Starlight shards. So you would pick a bunch of those up. Alright, so from here, we're going to go right on over. Now, the only thing you're really worried about is actually like right, I think it's like right up here. There's a chest, an invisible floor. There's not much going on. This whole region, there's a lot of really good things, But in general, there's just a few smithing stones, puzzle tower, a doula, and there's just, I mean, the talismans, there's stuff to get, but we're going to be going right to it. As far as clearing all the enemies out and doing all that stuff, I'll leave that for you guys to do. So that's going to be your Somber 8. If you want to go around the area, there's going to be some of those smaller mages that just teleport all around. You guys want to have fun dealing with them. But aside from that, there's some loose things. So magic grease. Over here, Rune Arc. I need to write this shit down. Gold Rune 9. So, you know, there's stuff, but it's just nothing crazy. So we're gonna jump back to the Moonlight Altar. Alright, so from the Moonlight Altar, the next step is there are 2 ruins. Now, you're gonna see other stuff too. Like, you'll see this trail down here. We have to work our way around and then go down. So don't worry about that whole section. And then over here, there is... I'm getting mixed up. One's the tower, one's the puzzle tower, and then one's like an Everjail, which I want to say is up here. But regardless, when we go here, we could actually go this way and go uphill to get to it. So it's not that we're missing this stuff. We can't do it till way later. So that's why we're just going to focus on this for now. So all that's done. That's done. Next thing that you're going to notice is there's 2 sets of ruins right here. So all you're going to do is just take the main road, and there are 2 different ones. So do keep that in mind. They're literally sitting like right on top of each other though. So if you go out and take a right, but you're going to follow this downhill to the left-hand side. And there they are. Moonlight Altar is pretty rewarding. Gets you a lot of late-game upgrades. And like I said, talismans and really cool spells and all that. But it's really not that big. You'll notice. There's not much here. It is a very cool addition, in my opinion, though. So Royal Revenants are going to be the name of the game here, guys. Creepy little fuckers. Yeah. Now, these ones, not really an issue. There's a big one that's going to pop up like right by our marker. We got that to look forward to. But it would probably be better just to do this on foot from here. Alright, so let's stick with this ruin first. I guess we should go ahead for the Royal Revenant. Yeah, it's going to get him down. Being a bitch. God, dude, he's fucking wild. Wild boy. His name should not be Royal Revenant. It should be Royal Pain in My Ass. Royal fucking Revenant. Alright, we have 130,000 souls too. Dumbass. He's got some nasty poison compared to the other poison you'll deal with here and there. Alright, we'll get river marker. Now we are going to stick to the right hand side, but when it comes to guys like that just fucking suck to deal with, I like to get them down first. So like I said, there's going to be 2 sets of ruins. So what we're going to do is just stick to the right first, knock these out, then we'll go over to the left hand side. So go over in 10. The action's at the other one for sure. There's going to be 2 false floors. This one I always overlook. I always have to do it twice. I don't know why. I want to say it's at the bottom. I didn't see it. Oh, the other ruins are all the way over there. I keep thinking they're closer than what they are. So there's 2 false floors. Each ruin has one. So there you go. That one's stone sword. The other one's not. So 1 false bottom, 1 stone sword. So this one should be your talisman. You either get smithing stone 7/8 or you get a talisman. I think that's the talisman. Yep. It's really an amber medallion plus 2. It's more mana. It's not that much. It's like 2-3 levels. Probably 3-4 levels maybe at most. We got some crafting. It should be pretty much wrapped up. There's only one real thing to get, and that's your talisman. Just like the other one, only one real thing to get, that's your upgrades. We're going to stick on Torrent here, save some time. I'm not going to keep fighting every single royal revenant we see, or we'll run out of time before we get it all done. Alright, so right here. That's what we're looking for. And so if you do all the content going through here, you will get enough smithing 8s to really start bringing up a weapon. I mean, 7 more, and you have a maxed out weapon. As soon as you get the last upgrade map, which we'll be getting you after the capital, when we complete Nefeli's quest line, she's going to give you an Ancient Dragon. Alright, and if you were to keep going straight here, guys, that's that other road here. So, just to bring that back around together. So, what we're going to do instead is we're going to turn around and take this trail. And if you guys want to put a marker all the way down there, you can, but it's probably going to confuse you. I would just follow the trail. It gets all the way wrapped around the corner, it's on a different layer. And like I said, it's probably going to throw you off. So, it's easy enough to just bring the map. Slowly, like, okay, I'm going the right way. So, it's a straight shot now, you're just going to the other side of the island. If you see straight ahead, that's your tower. So, that's a puzzle tower. This is probably what's going to take the longest time to do. We got 18 minutes. Probably what's going to take the longest time to do. So this, just like the other puzzle towers, we had to kill 3 turtles. Well, this one does that same thing, guys. But the way it does it is fucked up. So there's space to pile the whole island. There's 3 you have to find, right? And one's right by it. One's by the ruins we just did. Then the other's like all the way up top. It's actually floating in the fucking air. Yeah. Yeah, floating in the air. And you can't fast travel or it resets it. That's something to try to keep in mind, otherwise you're gonna fuck yourself. But I did it. I killed one, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna teleport up here and then see if I can find the others. Then I killed both of them and went back. I'm like, what the fuck? And the first one I did was gone. So I was like, okay, I see how we're gonna play it. Now this puzzle tower is another one for mage builds and free plat. This is another frostbite spell. So if you guys remember the moon you got from Renala, now you're going to get one that does frostbite. Big ass moon. Really dope. So what I like to do for this is I like to go in here with a bow. It works much better. You have to have something with range to get this done. You have to. This is how it is. So what we're going to do, we don't have to worry about weight. But we want enough damage to get it done right. Well, I don't know if it really matters, because they're just tortoises. Because that puts us in heavy. I don't have the dex. I'm like, I always wanted to use that. We'll do it with fat rolls for the time being. So on our holy. So to start this, you are going to have to interact with the podium, as you typically would. So you get that note, you're not going to be able to get this off. So search 3 wise beasts. So the first thing you're going to be doing, guys, is just going over to the northwest corner. So if you're looking straight at it, it's over here on the right, and he's hanging off the cliff on the side. Right there. Isn't that fucked up? In your face, but so far away. Now once you have that, we're going to be going for our second one. So if you leave the tower, we're going to go uphill to the left and just follow this snake trail all the way around until you see a spirit spring. And when you see a spirit spring, you'll see a tortoise floating in the fucking air. After this tower, the only thing left to do is the same area we're going now, but we don't want to do this stuff just yet. We'll do one thing at a time. But eventually, you're going to see a tortoise in the fucking sky. Where are you, little dickhead? I think it's over here to the left. So don't go over there. Red Wolf of Radagon's going to pop up on you. Like I said, it's the left-hand side. see the crystallines, you're in the right place. There he is. See that shit? So right under him should be a spirit spring. You shouldn't have to do anything. You should just hit him right when you jump, unless he's not placed correctly. Unless he's not placed correctly. Yep. Yeah, I think he could kind of move a bit. Just try to target him the best you can, though. There he is. So that's 2. And then right over here, you're going to notice, if you were to like go to the edge, look to your right, there's an Evergel over there. That's like the last thing we're going to be doing. Or is it right here? Yeah, it's right here. So this is the last thing we're doing. So after this puzzle, we'll come and, you know, do that. And then we have these little towers over here. But that's it, you know. That's all Moonlight Altar. Let's say we probably fit it in easily enough. So the last thing we have to do is work our way back to the ruins. You guys know the route by now. Same route we just took. So we actually need to make sure we go downhill. Start going up too high. So you're gonna head back towards the tower. Remember, if you fast travel, you're fucked. You're not gonna, you know, you're not gonna like what happens. So do not do it. All we're gonna do is work back to the ruins, and then the third tortoise is just kind of off the cliff there. So that's the other area where you're gonna need access to range. I like a bow and arrow because unless you're, oh shit, nope, don't go this way, all the way down. Bow and arrow has a lot of range. If you're using faith, a lot of times the range doesn't hold up, it starts to slack off. Glintstone Pebble would work fine, but if you're not doing a mage build, you're not going to have that. So, bow works the best. I'm sure a dart would work too. Alright, so how far away we are. Okay, we still got a little bit. Still got a little bit. I was always curious, like, can I just bash someone with a bow? Now, if you ever get confused doing these, if you're looking for turtles or tortoises, where the fuck they are, you will always see other ones around, because you're always looking for spectral tortoises, right? So if you ever see, like, real ones, like little ones just on the side of a cliff, that's going to say, hey, these are right here. Like, right here. So as you go on up, you see these tortoises, that's usually going to say, hey, there's something beneath you. However, it's always, you know, a bit different depending on the puzzle. There it is. It's not quite by the ruins, it's like right underneath it. So, like I said, it's up the side of the cliff. Yeah, because you had one over in the area where I don't think you saw tortoises. But I'm pretty sure you should have. Like I said, they're usually right nearby, and that's kind of telling you, hey, we need to do this. So if you got all 3, you could fast travel. Not unless you have all 3. Do not do it. You're going to regret it. Very much so. But since we already got the message, the rise is open, you're good. From that point on. Fuck are you, my guy? So now that we have that, we can go on up the tower. This one's built different. It's much bigger. It's like the same size as Ronnie's rods. Some are just like straight up and some are not. Never thought to look out there. Alright. So as stated, this is going to be a legendary spell. You do need for your platinum trophy. We got 10 minutes to grab a few smithing stones to do an Evergel fight, which I consider to be the hardest Evergel fight in the game. Even harder than the late game ones, very late game ones, and you'll see why. There you go, Ronnie's dark moon. So you were still looking at close to 70 intelligence to wield this at 68. Incarnate a cold dark moon and launch it at foes. But that's it, a cold dark moon. So the dark moon dispels all sorcery that touches it and temporarily reduces magic damage negation for those it strikes. So, but you're also getting frostbite damage with it, which is pretty dope. All right, so we're gonna go back to Altar South, and all we're doing now is just kind of buttoning up the area, guys. So let's go and grab Torrent. We already know the route because we took it to get to your tortoise. And right up there on top of the hill, you see your little gazebo, little hut, whatever the fuck you want to call it. There's going to be 3 of those little towers. So we're going to stick to the left, wrap around. Then when you get all the way up top, if you keep curving to the left will be the Everjail. However, where you see the split, if you go to the right will be the towers. There is a red wolf of Radagon. Fight him if you want. I think he's super fucking annoying and it's going to take up too much time. We've killed enough. We've dealt with him enough. And I just don't have the time. So what I'm going to do is try to quickly just grab everything here. Probably going to hit us 10,000 times. But, you know, we might be okay. So, fucking game. I don't want to die either. He's going to make me fight him. Look at his damage. I just said I wasn't gonna fight you. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah. That's what's up. I've never got that lucky before. Fates have decided they want me to get this done this episode. Thank you. So you got 3 7s, 3 8s. Hurry, hurry, hurry. And then 3 7s. And he one-shot this. That's cool, though. I hate him, dude. I fucking hate this dude, man. Regardless, we got done everything we set out to do. We have this Everjail. We're gonna do it. But to be completely honest, this is one of those Everjails you guys might have to come back to. Remember, I just said it's the hardest Everjail fight in the game, not even close. There is one at Mountaintops of the Giants. It's pretty rough, for sure. But this one's pretty bad. So this is a Black Knight, which we fought plenty of times. But she's using Destined Death. She's very beefed up. It's like the Black Knight of all Black Knight Knights. Like, she does not fucking play whatsoever. There is a little rock formation in the corner that players have tried to lure to her because you can get on top of it, and with that she can't really find her placement to get to you, but it's kind of cheesy. I'm gonna just try to fight her head up. Now if she does her jump, she'll jump way up into the air, stab the ground, and then not Deathbite, but Destined Death buildup will go all around with huge AoE arc. Well, if she does that, it's an easy dodge to get behind backstab. So, you know, I do have 25,000 souls back there. That shit's come and go at this point, guys. It's not really a big deal. I mean, I'll lose 100,000 souls. I won't think twice about it. We are already level 120, 130. Good God, already level 130. So, you know, we're good. Don't sweat if you lose 30,000. I'm not worried about it. So, as always, when you first load in, you should be able to at least get 1 heavy attack. Sometimes more. It does depend on who it is. It's quicker enemies, probably just get 1 off. Now look how much health she has. Yep, could not get out of that grab fast enough. You see that? 80% of your health, right? 1 hit. It was her critical, but she could do that whenever she wants. Now Destined Death usually won't come until phase 2. Which, well, I mean, the big AoEs won't come until phase 2, typically. It's close to right now. Alright, bitch. There we go. When she does that, backstab. That's just a clear opening to get that on. Can carry, it makes it much better. Now, since it's a walkthrough, I find this cheesy, but to help you guys, there's a stone, I think it's this one. Yeah, where she can't really find her place, like I said. You can try to lure her over. It might be that one, it might even be this one, it's one of these. But where you could usually get to her. It's not that one. But yeah, you can usually get to her, but she can't get to you. Death, backstab. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it's really that bad. She's still just Black Knife doing death. But keep in mind what I said, guys. If you can't do this now, just come back later. We will get a little bit stronger, but we're at level 130. You're not going to get much stronger than that. You'll get more scaling and all that going. But all in all, your damage is pretty fucking good right now. So we did get her. But yeah, I mean, she's high level. She's very, very, very hard to beat. So if you are having a hard time with it, you could always come back later. Open world shit here, guys. Doesn't go anywhere. With that being said, Black Knife Tiche is the only, and I mean the only summons that rivals Mimic, in my opinion. You are going to have enough mana to actually use it. So we have 147. She takes 132. So we'd have to clean out our whole mana bar. And then we can get, use a flask in the back and be set up. But because of the Destined Death, she's fucking great, dude. I'm telling you, she's just fine. You're like, fuck Mimic, like she's good. Both of them, I'd say they're equal. They're equally as good. If you have a good build, yes, Mimic's very powerful, but doesn't mean it's the only thing. There are other things too. Now, with all that, guys, we are 100% wrapped up on every single thing you could possibly do, including, the 4 belfries, Moonlight Altar, Kaled. This is all done. All the undergrounds aside for Mogwin's Palace, which that's one of the last areas we're going to hit to Legacy Dungeon. We're going to do that about the time we do Fair Missoula. There should be nothing left. You should have all of this done up to the castle gate. So for next episode, we're going to be picking up from East Capital Rampart, finally heading into the capital. We've been working towards it for so long. I mean, the first time the capital popped up on your map, we were actually in Weeping Peninsula when we took the Tower of Return to get the Blessed Duke's house. And if you guys remember, there was that tower all the way over here. Right here. And that teleported us up there where you got that one-sided grace and you fought the golem to get that talisman. So you guys have known about it since then, and that's what we've been working towards the whole time. That's where the Erd tree is. So moving forward, this is going to start the back third of the game, I'd say, and everything's pushing towards the end game. You got the capital, mountaintops of the giants, consecrated snowfield left, Halid tree, Fair Missoula. So making pretty damn good distance on the walkthrough thus far. But either way, guys, with that, we're going to go ahead and wrap it on up, and we'll see y'all back here next episode to take out our next Legacy Dungeon.